Yeah, what's up, guys? Is Then kind of story here again, and yeah, first of all, happy New Year, and yeah, it's been a long time. The last time I made a video was about 8 months ago or 6 months ago, thereabouts. So yeah, that's very long, and yeah, I've just been quite busy, busy with life. I mean, life could be crazy sometimes, but yeah, what can I say? But yeah, we're here again. I'm trying to put up more videos this time around. So this year, that's going to be part of my New Year resolution. I'm trying to put at least one video every week. I'm just trying to boost up my subscribers. So please, you guys subscribe. We're bringing in more videos, trying to make my videos more catchy as well, and more educative, or we call it edutainment, more entertaining and more educative. So yeah, so let's combine them both together, and then we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so yeah, we're here again, and yeah, like I said, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas as well. And I hope you enjoy the festivities. And yeah, so basically today we're going to be working on we're going to work on spreadsheets using Excel. I'm going to be working on some functions, some formulas within your Excel, just to give a brief introduction to certain formulas that you can actually use. So when you're using spreadsheets, so it could be Google Sheets, it could be Excel spreadsheets. You have various formulas or functions that you can actually use. So you could have the sum function, you could have the max function, the min function, you could have you can have conversion, you could have, there's so many functions that are available in your spreadsheets you can actually use to make life even easier. You could have the average function, sort of things that you could also perform when you're using SQL, which is something we'll also talk about in subsequent videos. But for now, yeah, we're working on spreadsheets, and this time around we're going to be working on something really major, which is the Vlookup, Xlookup, and the Hlookup. And maybe some of you might have heard of these terms before. But Vlookup basically means vertical lookup, and it helps you find a value in a spreadsheet easily. So let's say you have a large spreadsheet with a lot of records, and then you can start scrolling through all the records one after the other to look for a specific value, and let's say all the values are unique. And I mean, there are other ways you can actually do it. You could use a control find, you could perform filtering to find the value, but then those kind of operations will actually take time when you have large records, and then also when you are trying to be as flexible and dynamic as possible using the function, because then you will have multiple values that you want to recover from the spreadsheet, and it just make more sense and just be easier if you can just easily use your VLOOKUP function. So basically, the VLOOKUP function, it's the vertical lookup, and what you actually do is you would use a column to identify whatever record you want to retrieve, which is called the return record. And then the column would identify first of all which value you want to use. That's the reference value. To then identify the return value that you want based off of the selection and table array that you have selected. So it's able to now pinpoint, and then also you're referencing the index number as well of that table array that you have selected. I know it's going to sound a bit confusing now, but when we delve into showing you how you actually do it, then you understand better. And then also have the Hlookup, which is just horizontal lookup, and it's just the opposite of the Vlookup. And this time around, you're using the rows to identify the value. So one row is going to be the reference points, and then the other row is going to be the return value that you need, which is just quite straightforward. But things that a lot of people do not use Hlookup, although it's still there, but it's really not relevant, because sometimes it can actually be confusing, because then you wonder why you really want to need a lookup when you have a VLOOKUP, because VLOOKUP will basically just perform what you want than the Xlookup. But then we also have a recent one, which is the Xlookup, which is basically the most powerful, it's the most recent, and actually, funny enough, it's the easiest to perform. I used to think Xlookup was actually very hard to perform, but it's actually the easiest to perform. You just have, first of all, the column you're referencing that you want to use as your reference point. You have the array, table array, or rather, not even table array. You have the lookup array, and then you have the return array, and then it just gives you the value you're looking for. So if you know Xlookup, you don't even need the Vlookup or the Xlookup. And Xlookup is more important. It's more easy to use and it's straightforward. It makes more sense. So but when we do all these, we'll see how they work. So yeah, so let's go. Yeah, so let's delve into the practicals and see how these things work. I think very quite easy, straightforward. I promise you that. So let's go. Okay, so yeah, so basically we're gonna start first of all with the Vlookup. I already have some examples I did here. So yeah, so I'm just gonna put this here. So Vlookup. And so let's say we want to get so this customer ID. So we want to get the customer ID. Sorry, let me just increase the brightness because I noticed the last time my videos were not clear enough. Yeah, so when I was showing them on my screen. So yeah, so we have so first of all the Vlookup. The answer is going to be here, the result is going to be here, and then this is the customer ID. So let's say we want to get the customer ID. Let's say we want to get the let's say purchase price of what this customer, which is 93, or let's use 8940. So the amount they spent on purchasing that product, so the purchase price. So we want to get that return value. So let's assume this is a large record, and then we just want to find, okay, so this customer 8940. So what was the amount they spent on purchasing this product? And so yeah, so just easily okay, equals to is before you start any function or you're writing any formula or function in Excel or any spreadsheet, you have to use equals to first. So the equals to sign should be there first of all, and then you start writing the function. So you say Vlookup, and then so you can see lookup value. Basically, lookup value is the reference and value. So we're looking at customer 8940, which is this guy. So that C is under the C column in the spreadsheet, and then also in row 6. So therefore that will be C6. So we're going to put C6 here. Lookup value C6, and then the table array. So now we're dealing with table from here, which is customer ID, all the way down to here, because it's only what we're concerned with. In fact, in the real sense, we're only concerned with from here to here, but just for the sake of it, we are going to add this column as well. So yeah, so just table array. So say C2 range. So if you're trying to get a range of values, if you want to select a range of different cells, you'd use the colon sign, and then you put in the last reference point that you're trying to get, which would be J30, and then you get the selection. So basically what I've said is, so we say C2, which is this C2, select this, and then to J30. So this is J and then 30. So let's say max everything and selects everything, and then but this is actually what we're interested in. So then therefore we go and say comma and then colon index. So the colon index basically is what column are we interested in. We're interested in purchase price column, and which is this, so that will be I. So which is I basically, and then you're not going to use I, so you're trying to get the index number. So it has to be the index number of the table array that is selected. So not the index number of the entire spreadsheets that you have or records in the spreadsheet you have, but rather the tables that have been selected. So it starts from number 1. I know a lot of programmers would start the index from number 0, but this time around they're going to start from 1. So customer ID, which is the first time, column is going to be 1. So we count all the way down to towards the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7, so we put 7 there. And then we're now going to use the range lookup. So you have a value, you have the true or false. So true is basically you're saying the approximate match. So anything that's close to whatever number, which is the reference point you have selected, and you just return the value for it. But then we want the exact match, because we want to be specific that that's customer ID that we're looking for, and we want to know how much the person spends. And also, mind you, it's going to pick the very first records it sees relating to that customer ID, because you can see there are actually 2 customer IDs here. So we have the same customer ID. We have 8940 here, 8940 here, but we're looking for the one with C6. But then it's going to now then pick exactly the purchase price concerning C6 which you have selected. And so we'll say false for more than exact value, and then you just click on enter. And there, so we have the price 27.98, that's 27.98. And if you go here, you see that that's actually correct. So purchase price 27.98. So next we're going to try the Xlookup, which is actually annoying, because it's quite confusing to me as well, because it makes no sense. The more you try to understand it, the more it gets difficult to understand, and the more you feel like there's actually no need for the Xlookup. So I don't even know why it's there. I don't see the purpose of it, but I think in some cases, depending on how you design your spreadsheet, it might be helpful. So yeah, so I'm going to try the Xlookup and basically work with rows. So I'm going to say, okay, let's work with product price, and then I want to get how much, let's say, this customer, and we're dealing with rows. So you say this customer spends on what product price, whatever price of the product that they purchased, so which will be here. So since we're working with rows and we're interested in this column, so we're just going to work entirely with this and just make it easier for you to understand better. So I just basically want to work with this, and then so we're going to say, okay, so the very first thing is, okay, so what row are we what row is going to be our reference point? So it is going to be the row, and then you're not going to put the index, or you're not going to put G1 or whatever, or referencing in that manner. Rather, you just put the product price. But I think actually with G1 and it will work anyway. So I'm going to try using G1. I believe that should actually work. So say equals to Xlookup. And then say G1. And then table array, and once again. So we're interested in the customer ID, which is from C. We say C2 to, let's say, let me say G30, because that's what we're dealing with. And then row index number. So basically just row index number. So we're going to count all the way down because I'm interested in this guy. So start from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8. And then want an exact match. Sorry about that. So we say false. You want an exact match, and then great. So let's see what we have here. Why are we getting nothing number? Okay. For some reason it's returning nothing number, but it's actually returning the value, because what we want is just the value. So let me just change this to, instead of using G1, and put product price, and then I'm going to try that one. Product underscore price. Interesting. This is exactly what I talk about with this.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
So it says G6 to G30 with 8 and then 4. Nothing anymore, not available. Any, not available. Product price 1, 2, 3. Let me try that. Doesn't make sense.
Shut up your mouth. If this thing don't work, you are in trouble.
Let's check out product price. Let me try. Purchase. Purchase size. Purchase. Like I said, this is yeah, that's what we have reaching profits. It's actually sometimes. Let's see. But yeah, we're going to get it in these. Okay, so let's see. Interesting. Am I putting reference in one place? So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is ridiculous. How is it not? It makes no sense. It's not to work. It's over 4. It's a mess. Even if I copy this as well, it's still not going to work. It's ridiculous. So I'm saying about this stuff. It's not working. Oh, look at this. Look at me. Let's look up. Purchase size. Yeah, that's the issue with Xlookup. Why it makes no sense why it's not working right now. I don't know. There must be something, right? Something actually wrong. Yeah, then let's try something else as well. Let me see this. So let me see this lookup, the lookup value. And then I would say product price. Product price. Tailoring. C2. J. 32. listen to J30 raw index number. Let's say 4. Let's see. Ha! Interesting. That is the magic of Xlookup. Makes no sense why it's not working. I don't know. Let's see. Oh my days. Look at me. It's meant to be C1. Exactly. Okay, so found the error. I wasn't selecting the right value because we're actually using the reference. If you're using them in the Vlookup, we ignore the very first row. When you're doing lookup, the very first row has to be included. So that was the issue. So we can go back and say G1. We're looking at concern of the product price. Say G1 and C1 to G30, or you can say C1 to G30. That's what we're interested in. And then I'd say, because I'm trying to get 799, which is the customer ID of 2512. So that would be 8. Yeah, so that would be 8. So that would be index 8. And then false. That value. So we get that. So that's 799.99. And then Xlookup. And I'm going to leave the errors that I make because so that everybody will understand that nobody's perfect. A lot of videos that you see will be those setting errors will probably be edited off, and then it seems like they are perfect. But no one is perfect, and then we all make mistakes. So when you are doing this and you're making mistakes, you should understand that everybody passes through that as well. So let's say I'm doing Xlookup, which is probably the easiest. So Xlookup, like I said before, so let's find the purchase price. No, let's find the revenue for a unique number for revenue. So let's find the revenue for this guy. So let's say customer ID of 9607. So I'm going to find the revenue. So how much revenue did they make from whatever they purchased? So let's say equals to, like I say, Xlookup is actually the easiest. So I believe we're not going to have issues here. Xlookup, and then so first of foremost the lookup value. And the lookup value is we're looking at 9607, which is 18. So let's say C. We're going to say C18, which is the reference point for that. So 18, then we have the lookup array. The lookup array would be that specific, would be the specific array or specific column where you have the reference point that you're trying to take. So which is in this case going to be the customer ID. So we're going to say reference will be C2 to C30, and then we're trying to get the revenue. So and also you don't have to use false or true as the exact for stating exact or approximate match, because Xlookup only works with exact match. So that's not an option that you need to add, because it's always going to give you the exact match. And so then we go and say, okay, the reference array for the revenue, which is J2 to J30, and then we have the press enter. And so that's 269.55, which is what we have here. We select the team, you see, and that's the revenue generated. So basically, that's just basically how you can easily use these functions to just make life easier and help you to easily access these certain records in a large amount of data that you have in your spreadsheets. You don't have to go through the hassle of scrolling through one after the other, performing filters that probably stored on the computer. These functions make things easier and faster for you to retrieve the information. So that's what we have. There you have it. Like I said, I'll come up with more videos and then I was going to work more on functions as well, because this is more of like an advanced, it's not like an advanced class. I'm not meant to start from here, but yeah, I just got interested in doing this for now. Introducing this in the new year. I want to work more with spreadsheets and then on formulas and functions. So I'm going to be looking more into like some functions, minus, average, multiplication, the basic functions that you have that we should also have started with. But I mean, it's not bad to also learn this as well, because this is actually very important, especially when you're going for an interview. This is one of the questions we mostly ask, because it's actually a very great tool to use. So next time, which is going to be hopefully next week, we'll do more functions, and I'll see you there.
Me I no send them enemies around me. Me I'm gonna gun them. My mind on my moolah, pay me my moolah. My mind on my moolah, moolah. My mind is made up.